What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Ace Metaphor is a very controversial figure. I believe he has the tonight's conversation. In the last 1 year, he's come under extreme criticism from people that associated with his talk show. But nonetheless, he showed up to Cam Newton's podcast. And I have to say that Cam Newton's podcast is excellent from what I've seen. Has some really good conversations occurring over there. And I've been seeing this particular clip that is going viral. And it's dealing with a lot of heterosexual men don't like women for real. And when I saw that, I just thought I would come back and I would play it for you brothers, and then we would go forward.
A lot of heterosexual men don't like women for real. They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs. So then when we get into why a lot of men womanize, or why it's just they're minimizing a woman based off of who she slept with or who she potentially can sleep for, because it's like you haven't gained the appreciation of the wholeness of a woman yet, and what that wholeness of a woman can bring to your life. A lot of times we'll talk about strength and we'll say men are stronger than women, but that's because we value physical strength. We're not talking about emotional strength, spiritual strength. We're not talking about the type of strength that can run a household. And we're not putting that same type of weight. And what I would encourage, and this was the shift that I had to do, is I had to start liking the wholeness of a woman outside of sex. And then when you do that, now you appreciate the things a complete woman can bring to your life. When we talk about the Bible talks about finding a capable wife, right? That capable wife, that person that if you was to stumble, can pick up the ball and start running. And there's a lot of men that have just a wife because they was only concerned about what she can do in the bed. And so what I'm just encouraging men to do is just like, and it's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good, but if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is gonna happen with your family? And so I just encourage men to be, I'm not gonna say more, because that's unrealistic to a lot of men, but as attracted to what she brings as a feminine energy to your life, outside of just what you're doing in between.
Check this out. So Mr. Metaphor talks about some things that I believe that are pertinent for today's conversation. He says that a lot of men only want to deal with women for what the sexual parts of them are, but could care less about women in general. And it is only after he started to appreciate all things about women that he started to see the true value. And let me just say this. You know, a lot of times men, very seldomly, okay? When we are attracted to women, mostly, it's oftentimes based on what they look like. And it goes back to my whole concept that my friend gave me called booty clapping conditions. When we deal with women usually from the case or idea of booty clapping conditions, meaning that you look good, I wanna pay for that, you make me feel good about myself, so we are entering into a relationship based on booty clapping conditions, all right? But what tends to happen is that typically under such relationships, women are not as valuable, okay? They don't offer a lot of guidance to you in those conditions. You know, outside of the sex, you may feel that the lady is predatory. You're in different class levels, right? And he did mention the fact that guys that have money are pretty much looking for women that just look good. And this tends to be true. Not all the time, but it tends to be true. And it's a real bad thing when you're a man and you're dealing with women who are not really on your class level, especially black men who are coming out, usually some kind of poverty. And then, you know, you're in the upper middle class or middle class yourself, doing very well. And you finally can afford the kind of chick that you want. And again, it's extreme booty clapping conditions. All right. I have had the opportunity to have women work for me. My manager is Rachel. She's a GM of my studio. And I'm just using her for an example. I've seen professionally what a woman can do for your career. That in which there is no booty clapping conditions involved, and a feminine touch on the operation, or a woman that just cares about you when you're sick, and when just you can talk to. And I've experienced. Let me give you an example, right? And for men that we've only looked at women for just what they look like, it's hard to see value in them. But here's another thing too. A lot of the women that like us and want to give us that value, want to know what the flip side of it is? We don't want them. We don't want them. Let me give you an example. I got a homie, okay? He's been out here a few times, okay? One of my closest friends out in the world today. He likes extra large booties. Like, if it's not a big time clap session, he's not dealing with it. All right? He came out here, met this really nice girl. The girl really wanted to be with him, okay? She was showing him all kind of feminine affection. She was really interested, wanted to go further in the relationship, answering all the calls. What could she do? She was eager. She really wanted to be with this guy. Who did he go after? Somebody in booty clapping condition. Somebody with a 50-inch booty. Like, if she fart, it won't come out till next month. That's how fat the booty was. It was crazy, okay? And everybody in her family got ass like this. The sisters, it's crazy. It's like 2 basketballs back there. But he really wanted this girl. And so he came back, he met up with her, he stayed for about a month, and then, I helped him, get here and everything like that. And after he was clapping him, he was hitting me up like, oh man, ooh, man, these cheeks. I mean, it's all he was talking about. It got at a point, I was mad. I'm just gonna be real. I was mad. I'm like, okay, bro, I know her ass is fat. I get it, right? And then what he kept telling me was like, she doesn't listen. She's always posting on Instagram. She doesn't want to claim us as a relationship. And, she is only interested in what I can do for her. She don't care about me. She don't this. And I'm like, but I could have told you that. Like, you're operating in what? Booty clapping conditions. So of course she don't care about you, because all you care about is enrolling her at Clapathon Technical University. This is your theme song. All hail to Clapathon Tech. We clap, we clap, we clap, we clap. That's all you care about. You didn't care about passing no exams at the university. You didn't care about taking math and science. All you cared about was enrolling over at Clapathon Tech, dealing with a clapper, falling in love with a clapper. So then you look at her like, I can't stand her. We always arguing. We always fighting. I mean, this is why I don't, I'm just speaking from a third person. This is why I don't hang out with these chicks like that, for real. But the woman that actually wanted to be with you and wanted to be and add value to your life, you didn't want her. And sometimes that woman is not gonna come with Clapathon approved, Clapathon Tech approved cheeks. We're looking at the women that have Clapathon Tech approved cheeks, and they're more concerned about their cheeks being bouncy than they are about adding value to your life and wanting to be a wife or a partner. So of course that doesn't matter. This is why you see a lot of guys who are successfully married. They're not marrying somebody with super duper bouncy cheeks. They're not doing that. You're not seeing them with breasts that look like bowling balls. Of course, those are fun to clap up, but they're needy. They don't do nothing. Some of the time, they might not be adding the value to your life. Could and could not. And they're probably looking at, having you buy some more outfits so then, when you and her break up, the next guy can come on and get those cheeks too. Then you start disliking women, right? And this is something that a lot of us as men have gone through. I've went through the same thing. And what I look for is, who is interested in me? Who wants to deal with me? Regardless of cheek size. The older I get, the smaller the cheeks are, okay? It don't matter, okay? You ain't gotta have a big old dumb booty anymore. I still like them. I still like them. I'm looking for who is valuable. Here at Clapathon Tech, we clap. Sometimes you're gonna de-enroll the students. Everything is about Clapathon Tech. And I'm telling you, once you get that non-clap love, that hey, we're not getting along, but I still gonna love your big head, forehead ass anyway. Now I got somebody, okay? And I'm to the point now, if I could get that person for real, I'll just, instead of acting on my Clapathon Technical University skill set, I will just go to OnlyFans. I'll line myself up. I'll line myself up. I'll get some Johnson & Johnson. I'll line myself up. I don't need to act on my predatory Clapathon Technical instincts. Like, I gotta go holler at you. What's your number? When can you come over? I already know what's gonna happen. All hell to Clapathon Tech. We clap. But it's a beautiful thing, man. There really are beautiful people out here in the world, man. I mean, as far as, and no, I know what you guys say, like, no homo and all that, but let's just talk about, like, I've met some really great women in my life, non-sexually, obviously, no Diddy. I met a lot of great men that have helped my career, that have added value to my life, right? But you gotta want to let the people in your life want to be in your life. You can't be pushing people in your life away out of your life because they don't have a 55-inch booty. Oh no, in order for you to be in my life as a mate, your booty gotta be from here to Tanzania. Like, come on now. That's why that's why we dumb. If her breasts ain't from here to Nigeria, I ain't going. See. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.